Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, my children listener. My name is Nilam Sofiana from class 5G, and I want to retell a novel entitled Little Prince. The book starts with a story when the character still small. One time, the character he drew a big snake, at an elephant. However, when he showed the picture to adults, they told him that he said stop the drawing and start learning other things such as grammar, geometry, arithmetic, and so on. Finally, the character stopped the drawing and grew into pilot. As a pilot, he continued to carry his first drawing and sometimes discuss them with other friends. But there is no adult can understand about the picture. In the next chapter, the pilot was stranded in the Sahara Desert when his plane crashed. When he was repairing his plane alone in the middle of the desert, a little prince come to him and asked him to draw a ship with a further explanation. The pilot claimed that he could not draw a ship and only show a picture of a snake that he had made before. Strangely, the prince understand the picture, but still asked of a picture of a ship. So, after a few drawings were initially rejected by the prince, the pilot drew a box and said that there was a ship inside. The prince can see the ship in the box and accepted it. A few days together, the pilot began to understand that the little prince came from another planet, with a small asteroid and the size of a house and his 3 volcanoes, a rose, and several other objects. The asteroid was named asteroid B612 and was first seen by strange dressed Turkish scientists. Because of his strange clothes, no one cared about the astronomer. But then the Turkish dictator told his people to dress in European style with his clothes. Then people pay attention to the discovery of Turkish astronomer. So the prince spent days on his planet pulling out baobab sprouts that have grown so as not to damage clean old volcanoes. So, including those that are no longer active. So, and care for the rose, he learned passion to make the planet remain. He then fell in love with roses that are on his planet. But the rose does not seem to love back because it is arrogant. The prince, the prince then decided to wander to see universe, hatching a group of migratory birds. On this trip, he visited several asteroids. On the first asteroid, the prince meets a king who claims to sovereign over all the star and can order him to do anything. So he explained to the little prince that the people only obey reasonable orders from their government or rules. First the prince to stay as minister of justice, but after the little prince insisted on leaving, the king allowed him to live as ambassador. The little prince concluded the others were strange. On the second asteroid, the prince met an arrogant person. He only want to hear praise and think that he is the greatest person on his planet, which only contain one person. So he thought that the prince or whoever was his fan. Little prince increasingly believes that the others are strange. On the third asteroid, the prince meet a drunk who drinks to forget shame. But he admit he was ashamed to like his drunk. The spiny logic made the little prince more it's more understand to adult were signed. So on the fourth asteroid, the prince meets a businessman who is busy counting the million star. He considered his own. So he expected to benefit from it, to get more money, to buy more anything, to buy more stars. The prince also expressed his opinion about ownership. The prince has flowers and volcanoes on his planet because he cares for them and they care for him. So, and because sometimes cannot care for the star and they cannot care for us, no one can have them. The business certainly doesn't want to know. So on the fifth asteroid, the prince meet an officer who must turn on the light every evening before night and turn them off every morning. In the past, the planet was still spinning normally. It could sleep and rest suddenly and rest sufficiently. Now the planet is spinning every minute, and he cannot sleep enough. But the officer keep turning on and off the light, even though he never slept. Although he still felt that the adults were strong, the prince respected this officer more than the other people he met, because he thought of something different from himself, but because the planet was too small for the people the prince left. So on the last asteroid, or on the sixth asteroid, the prince met a geographer who has never left his desk, and realized or travelers to make his map. He refused to the roads in his map because he didn't want to record the things that were mortal. The prince was very surprised to learn that the flowers will one day disappear. The map maker finally proposed to him to go to Earth. Okay, until here my retell of novel entitled Little Prince. If I have any mistake, forgive me. And then, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.